What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with some breaking news regarding the Division 2. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But all of this information and more is on my Twitter page, X if you're nasty. So follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom for anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. But this was just posted by the devs, and they have already responded to a few people trying to get everyone on the same page. But it's all about this right here. So, the developers posted this morning their dev notes for the PTS. So, just to catch you up to speed, we had the PTS a couple weeks ago for Year 7 Season 1, where we tested out all of the new gear, all the new builds, all the new weapons, what have you. We did not test anything for the DLC. This is only stuff coming with Year 7 Season 1. So things you'll see with the modifiers, things you'll see with the seasonal journey, all of those things connected to the actual season of the game is what we were able to test. But there was a big controversy, a big community outcry about the scavenging points, because remember, they told us that with Year 7 Season 1, all of your scavenging points from all of your characters will go away, and they will all share the same amount of scavenging points from your main character. Now, to compensate people for that, what they're going to do is they're going to wipe everyone's, account clean of scavenging points, and then they'll just put a one-time, scavenging points compensation, I guess you could call it, a gift, where they're going to gift you all of your scavenging points to your main character for one time only. And then once you spend those, you'll be done with scavenging points for the rest of time. So they are essentially getting rid of those mule scavenging points and sharing materials thing. Now, a lot of people have been worried that all of their extra materials will go away, but they have already said that that is not the case. That if you are stacking materials or whatever, they're not going to remove those materials. All they're going to do is remove the scavenging points from your second, third, and fourth character, and then they will all share the same scavenging points as your main character. And as a compensation, on day 1 of Year 7 Season 1, they will give you all of those scavenging points back on your main character only. All right? So, another thing about the PTS was that when we do this and we give them our feedback, they typically take a week or two to gather up all that info, come up with ideas, come up with solutions, and then they come out with these dev notes. So this is their answer to all of our feedback, all of our comments and criticisms and what have you during this PTS. So let's see what the devs had to say. Now it pops up into their Trello board, and now we have a new set of patch notes. So this isn't the typical set of patch notes. Now if you go over to their patch and updates category here, you can see that all they did is they replaced the Year 7 Season 1 patch notes, and now we have the developer notes. So this is going to be an update to those patch notes. So let's see how long this is. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. I mean, it's not too long, but it is, man, it's a lot about scavenging points. I tell you what. Okay, here we go. Now, starting off at the top, they say, "Hello, agents. Thank you for providing detailed feedback on the PTS. We're very happy to be entering Year 7, and we hope to always count on your help to identify areas of improvement for our upcoming updates. We've analyzed your responses and would like to share with you our insights and outline the next steps in this process." So starting with the summary, it says here that spend your scavenging points before Year 7 Season 1 starts. Once the update goes live, points will be account-based and cannot be used more than once. And this is what I was saying. So your second, third, and fourth character, all of those scavenging points will go away, and they will give you a one-time compensation to your main character for those scavenging points, and all of your characters will share those scavenging points. So they're combining them all. You will not be able to stack scavenging points after year 7 season 1. They are getting rid of that. So what people are doing is they're using all of their scavenging points before the update. They are stacking materials. They are trying to optimize and expertise upgrade everything they can before this update, because again, these scavenging points will go away. Now, the reason why I am harping on this so hard is because there are so many people that don't know what's going on, and then they're just, guessing that it's just all going to go away, or that it's just, going to stay the same. And here is, the official word on it. Now, it says here that new scavenging points will be gifted to you on your account based on your level, and this will overwrite what you had. So again, spend all of those scavenging points before the season starts, and they will give you all of those scavenging points back on your main character one last time. Now, it says here that these changes are all about ensuring fairness and balance, particularly following the release of the Brooklyn DLC, as the current system could turn into a paid advantage with the new DLC features. Of course, they're talking about the level 40 boost that's coming with the DLC. Because if they kept this feature in the game and you did a level 40 boost, you would then be able to stack mule characters instantly. And they're not going to do that. Now, it says here that balance and changes on gear, talents, and weapons based on the PTS feedback are below. So starting with the scavenging points, it says here, we noticed a strong reaction from the community regarding scavenging points. This is completely understandable, as the announced change will impact something that has been present in the game for a very long time. Anticipating the launch of the Brooklyn DLC and the level 40 boost that comes with it, the decision was made to use this opportunity to tackle the issue. The system, as we know it, was never intended to give players an unfair advantage or to make others feel pressured to spend extra money to stay competitive. Therefore, newer updates, particularly to the level 40 update, including with the DLC, which allows some players to fast track this process and go straight to level 40. While removing the old mechanic isn't a full solution, it's a necessary first step towards building a better and more balanced system. We truly value our most dedicated veteran players and the time that you've invested in our game. For this reason, when the update goes live, you will be gifted 100% of your scavenging points back to your account, almost like creating a fresh new character and getting those points back. However, this will overwrite all of the points that you had previously. So this is why we are making sure to communicate this in advance. We are sharing this with you early so that you can keep farming the old way as much as you like before the update. So what they're basically saying is do mule characters, do new characters, stack materials as much as you want before the update, and take full advantage of it, because once they change this, you will never be able to do it again. They continue here. Also, we want to clarify that the new mechanic will not remove the ability to share materials and scavenging points. So it doesn't really matter which character you claim them from in the first place. However, what this does do is it ensures that once you spend these points, those same points cannot be used again and again and again. So the points will remain eligible to be used on whichever character, but they will be pulled from the same scavenging pool of points. Lastly, we know that solving this issue requires both short-term improvements and deeper long-term changes. In the short term, what we'll do is multiply the value of the resources by 3. What we'll do is multiply the value of the resources you get with the scavenging points by 3. So we're reducing the gap between the old meta and the new system. Since it's a balanced change, we understand that this value might be adjusted, and we're committed to listening to your feedback to tweak it further. What? So basically, all right. This is a lot of scavenging talk, and I'm sorry, but this is this is the big issue at hand here. So here's what's happening. All right. Well, I'm going to keep breaking it down as we get more and more information. So right now we can have 4 different characters with 4 different sets of scavenging points. So if I made 4 brand new characters, I could have thousands of scavenging points on each of those characters. Now, once this update comes out, the second, third, and fourth character will have the exact same scavenging points as your first character. They will all share the same scavenging points. So you can claim those scavenging points on any of those characters. However, it will still take from that main number. So all of your accounts will share those scavenging points. Now, as a compensation, I guess, not only are they going to reward you with all of your scavenging points back on day 1, but now it says that when you spend those scavenging points, they will be multiplied by 3. So you'll get 3 times the printer filament, 3 times the credits, 3 times the shade calibration. You see what I'm getting at here. So everything under those scavenging points, it will give you 3 times those rewards. And remember, with Project Resolve, they already increased the amount of rewards we get with the scavenging points. So they increased it, and now they're multiplying it by 3. So essentially, what you're getting is you're getting 3 times the scavenging points on your one character. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. I'm enjoying this. This is actually really good. So stack all of your materials before the DLC, then they'll give you all these scavenging points, and then everyone's on the same page right there. Booyah. I mean, yes, you'll get more scavenging points based off of your shade level, but after that, I mean, everyone's on the same page. There's no more mule character farming, there's no more stacking, there's no more anything. I mean, after this, we're kind of, you know, we're in the end game now, Tony. This isn't bad. Not bad at all. Moving on, well, actually, let's finish this. So it says, in the long term, we want to enhance the experience of collecting and spending materials so that it becomes more meaningful and rewarding. We are evaluating how this system will be reworked with a possible reduction in expertise cost. You see that? A possible reduction in expertise cost. And our goal is to roll out the update within year 7. So it looks like not only are we going to get the 3 times the points of scavenging, but then they're also going to lower the expertise costs. So that's good. Very good. Good changes. Because that was my whole point, was that people were doing mule characters and they were stacking materials because of the expertise system. If the expertise system wasn't as costly, players wouldn't be so inclined to making new characters and stacking materials for it. So if you make it to where we can't stack materials, but then you also make it cheaper for the expertise, then everybody wins. Nobody has to do a mule character, and then everyone can just enjoy the game. Moving on, we have new weapons, talents, and gear. Now, I already made a video breaking down all of these, but here is the final word before we get this in the real game. So starting with the Streamline talent. So remember, just to give you a quick little refresher, the Streamline talent, the original version, gives you 80% weapon damage when no skills are on cooldown, and then the perfect version gives you 87% weapon damage if no skills are on cooldown. So let's see what they say here. We will implement adjustments to prevent it from triggering when deploying skills, which should help balance its effectiveness, especially in PvP scenarios. Even though there's no separate PvP version planned for this talent, the weapon damage bonus is provided. It will be reduced. Oh, okay. So they're not changing the description in the PvP, but obviously the damage will be a little bit reduced in PvP, just like all of the other normalized, I'm doing air quotes here, normalized weapon damage in PvP. So they're preventing it from triggering when you deploy skills, and that's it. It will have a reduced version in PvP. Okay, not bad. Next up, we have the Nimble exotic knee pads. The Nimble, no, this should be exotic holster, right? The Nimble exotic holster? Why does it say knee pads and right here it says knee pads? That was definitely a holster in the PTS. I bet this is a typo. Whatever. All right, here we go. The PvP version of the Nimble knee holster will be adjusted to reduce their impact in competitive play. The PvE version will remain unchanged. So remember the Nimble knee pads, it heals you while you're doing a cover to cover, and it basically neglects or negates incoming damage while you are doing that cover to cover, and it heals you. Not bad. So they're going to cut that down a little bit for PvP. Not bad. Moving on, the measured assembly gear set. So this is the new gear set that is their reimagining of Final Measure. And it says here that the cooldowns for the huddle talent have been reduced to improve responsiveness. And with scaling, it will also be adjusted to better reward group coordination. This is a great change. This is a really, really good change. Because the whole thing was that the cooldown was crazy strong and you needed to lower that cooldown and lower it and lower it. So if they're doing that for you and it's going to be better for group play, sign me up. It will be a good gear set to use. We were not able to use it in its fullest because we did not have the new smart cover. So it's going to be cool to see the reduce in cooldowns and use it with the new smart cover. So that will be really cool. And finally, for the new weapon gear talent changes, we have the Pakhan exotic RPK. And it says here that we've made several adjustments to the Pakhan based on your feedback. The weapons talent will now offer a more impactful magazine size bonus per stack. Additionally, the optics mod will now provide more weapon damage. Ooh. The muzzle has been reworked to give you more reload speed instead of crit chance. Okay. While the underbarrel will now give you high crit chance. Interesting. Okay. So the optics will give you more weapon damage. The muzzle changed from crit chance to reload speed, and then the crit chance you get from the underbarrel has been significantly increased. Okay. All right. So they also said that they changed the talent to offer a more impactful magazine size bonus per stack. They're not giving any numbers here, so I'm really wondering what they did to the Pakhan because it was okay. But remember during the PTS, I kept saying either the Iron Lung or the Pestilence. I mean, even the Negev, the Carnage with Perfect Sadist would be better off than this weapon. So them changing it, making it more impactful, giving it more reload, giving it more weapon damage and more crit. I mean, it sounds good. We'll see. And we are at the final notes. So the developers close with, we're confident that the upcoming season will be a great celebration and tribute to the roots of the Division franchise. As you return to Brooklyn with the DLC and experience the features planned for Season 1, we hope you'll feel the same strong sense of nostalgia that filled our studio during development. We have a lot in store for this coming year, and we're excited to move forward on this journey with your support. As some of you may have noticed, we're gone through some internal restructuring within the community team, and we're looking to build a closer relationship with all of you. Hey, nice. Making sure that your voices are always heard and bringing you information and context. Nice. Whenever possible around the decisions we're making. Keep sending us your feedback, and we hope you have a blast on May the 27th. Pretty cool. Okay. So quick overview. A lot of it was just scavenging points. A lot of it was scavenging points. And we already knew all of this about the scavenging points. I mean, the only thing that they really changed was the 3 times multiplier. So where was it? Right here. In the short term, which means they'll change it. But it says in the short term, what we'll do is multiply the value of resources you get from your scavenging points by 3. So that's going to be a big boost for everybody. So even the lower shade level people are going to get a nice boost right there. So 3 times the points you would typically get. I mean, it's not bad at all. I like it. As far as the weapon talent and all of these changes, I mean, Streamline, all they did was say the PvP version will be reduced, obviously. For the Nimble knee pads, they said that the PvP version will be reduced, obviously. The new gear set, they said that they will lower the reduced cooldowns. So they'll reduce all of those cooldowns and help the scaling with your group. So that's good. And then the Pakhan exotic LMG, what they're going to do is make the talent a little bit more powerful. They gave it more weapon damage, reload, and crit chance. Not bad. Not bad at all. All of this will go live on May the 27th. And that is what, 12 days away? Something like that? I mean, we're getting there, people. We are getting there. But again, all of this information and more is on my Twitter page, X if you nasty. So follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom for anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. But that was all of the developer notes and everything that they want you to know about for the upcoming patch, Year 7, Season 1 from May the 27th. And also, this will introduce the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit the like, subscribe. You know the whole YouTube spiel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.